Everyone. This is lesson 2. Today we are going to focus on the long stance, the why and the how, and the angle strikes. If you want to jump into depth into the stances and strikes that comprise a Junction Fitness class, whether it's athletic flow, core cut, dance, personal training track, martial arts track, empty hand flow track, just go ahead and navigate to the Junction Fitness website page under memberships and or the instructor trainings, and you will get access to all of the 30-minute, 45-minute, hour-long videos to help you be successful in whatever you choose to do in terms of your moving meditation with the sword. So I am going to place my sword down quietly on the ground. And today we're focusing on the long stance. So the long stance is essentially stepping forward with one leg and making sure that your front foot, your front angle is literally at a right angle, ankle under the knee, hips under the shoulders, and you're pressing through your back leg. This is our long stance. Now, I'm going to turn sideways so you can see a little bit. If you want to extend your long stance, you do it in relationship to your spinal column. So I keep my back leg very focused and present and not moving, and I just increase the movement of my front leg. And eventually, if I face you forward again, we'll do it together. So let's start in a neutral stance, step into a comfortable, we call it short stance in Junction Fitness, but then we're going to just keep stepping forward. And this is how you increase your long stance. The benefits of this stance, of our long stance in Junction Fitness, are extension and stretching through the back calf and our front hip flexor on the left-hand side or right-hand side, depending upon which your back leg is engaged, as well as compressing and putting into extension the lower back. And that will add to the compression and release of the blood flow around the kidneys. Let's try the other leg. So step forward comfortably, and then just keep stepping out into what feels like your range of motion. Again, what we want to avoid is the turn out, because that takes the integrity out of the stance. So it's really important that your back foot is at a slight 45-degree angle. Your hips are perfectly under your shoulders. So if you find your body turning a little bit into this transverse side plane, that's not correct. So let's try again, because we want to get that acute compression in the lower back, the opening in the opposite front quad, and the stretch through the hamstring and the calf on the opposite side. So that's our long stance in Junction. And in our instructor training and also in our manual, which is available online, we go into the depths of what's the internal benefit. We just talked about the compression, the release of oxygen to the lower back, which is where our kidneys reside. What are the benefits? What muscles are being used to hold the position together? So then go ahead and pick up your Junction Fitness sword, gripping right under the ridge with one hand, down below with the left. Now our angle strike, we're going to start with our neutral stance. Draw the sword up over your spinal column, pull the belly in, drop the shoulders. We're going to step into our long stance, step first, and then come across the side plane, slicing across our core or our most vulnerable part of our body, our digestive system. So let's do that again. Inhale, step forward with one leg, slice across. Inhale, back to your holding position, step forward, and slice across. So to review, holding the sword in your hand, we've got our long stance. Inhale, so our back leg defines where we are planted in relationship to our center of gravity. And then we start to add in the angle strike. Inhale, one side, inhale, pause, step. So my feet are essentially going through the sagittal plane, and my sword is going through the transverse plane. And this is what makes these simple two movements really, really challenging, because the upper body is going in one plane of motion and the lower body is going in the other plane of motion. Last week we did our horse stance and our high angle strike. Every week we're adding in a new stance and a new strike. And if you'd like to come join the depth of these stances and strikes and how they actually work in a Junction class, just go to the workout section of Junction Fitness and you'll see lots of classes. I'm a little out of breath just by moving with, well, this is a heavy sword, long stance and angle strike, because it's challenging on the body to bring a weighted lever over your spine and to move nonstop, feet going one direction and upper body going the opposite direction. Good. I hope that this has been helpful, and I will see you guys next Sunday for our live complimentary class. Just go click on the Zoom link on the calendar and you can join for free. And please send us a message at any time. See you guys. Hope you have a fabulous, fabulous Sunday.